Okay, we're currently live now. Greetings all the way from Poland with the reigning Miss Supranational Anntonia Porsild.
Sawadika! Hi everyone, it's your Miss Supranational 2019 Anntonia Porsild, and welcome to our, I think it's the first official live from the Miss Supranational account. So I'm very excited to speak with everyone and answer your questions. I think you might have a lot. So go ahead and ask me some questions and I'm more than happy to answer them.
Okay, Antonia, so what a journey it has been with your reign as Miss Supranational, given the fact that you were suffering from the pandemic. How did you cope up?
Of course, at the beginning, it was very sad because we had a lot of activities and trips planned for the Miss Supranational, and I was very excited to be able to travel around the world and meet everyone and do all these amazing activities. But then COVID hit, and of course I was sad, as everyone was, because a lot of things got taken away from us and we had to deal with a lot of disadvantages and a lot of difficulties in our life. But in the end, I realized that this is exactly the reason why I wanted to use my platform, to be able to be a voice and to encourage and uplift people even in their darkest days and show them what being Miss Supranational is really about. It's not just about being pretty and wearing the crown, but it's also about helping people and using your platform for good. And I tried my best to do that to the best of my abilities, especially keeping my health as a priority as well. So it was really sad at first, but then I tried to look at it in a way that was productive and more inspirational for my followers and for people I can really make an impact on.
Okay, so Antonia, let's go back to, it was like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
When you got crowned as the first ever Miss Supranational from your country. You brought home the crown. How was it received by your fellow men, by the Thai people?
I think everyone was just as shocked as me because, of course, they always supported me and they cheered for me to win, as every country would for their candidates. But I don't think anyone actually expected me to
Really?
win. I don't know. They probably did, but then, for me, I was even shocked. Did I really win? And they were probably like, "Oh my gosh, she actually won!" So I think they were really surprised, but I know that they were very happy, and since that day and even before, they've been cheering me on and supporting me even until today. They're still so lovely and so supportive, and I'm so grateful to have them on my side.
Okay, I just want to know, Antonia, when did you feel that you have a shot at the crown?
Honestly, I think it was on the final night after top 10 was announced.
Really?
But not before that. I never thought I had a chance. I think it's because when the list got shorter and shorter, I started to it started to hit me. I would even be maybe top 5. I thought that was totally out of my range because all the girls were so amazing, so beautiful, so smart. And I was like, there's no way
Seriously?
I'm gonna beat these girls. So I think it was top 10, and also because Ray, she was my really close friend, she didn't make it into top 10, and it actually made me really, really sad. I actually almost started crying backstage, and she came up to me, she was like, "No, stop it, you're gonna win this, do your best, and don't think about what just happened." So actually, she gave me this energy that made me fight even harder, and I think that's the moment where I put confidence in myself and where I said, okay, if I don't win this now, then I'm gonna regret not putting in my all. So I think it was top 10 where I really was like, okay, I gotta do this now.
So, can you tell us about your friendship with Ray? How did it start during the competition?
Oh my gosh, actually, I thought Ray was gonna be one of my biggest against each other, so I was like, oh my gosh, she's so scary. And I got really scared when I first met her. We arrived at the same time, around the same time at the airport, and she looked amazing, of course, in her suit, her yellow suit, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I didn't really want to talk to her because she came off really strong.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try. And she helped me so much with taking my photos, and I realized that she's actually very similar to me. We have a lot of inside jokes, and I made like a very sarcastic joke just to test the waters, and I didn't know how it was gonna be because some people take it differently. So I made the joke, and then she turned to me and she looked at me, and I was like, "Uh-oh," and then she was like, "I like you," and I was like, "Yes." And then since that day, we were inseparable.
Yeah, I noticed like you were totally inseparable.
Yeah, I love her so much. She actually was another big reason why I think I won, because when you surround yourself with people who uplift you and make you be the best version of yourself, it actually encourages you to do better and be better. So during the whole competition, she was always like, every time I felt insecure or not really confident in myself, she would always be there to support me and really give me a new mindset and perspective on a lot of the things that were happening. So I actually can't thank her enough, because I think she was one of the biggest parts of my special adventure in Miss Supra.
And Supra. For such a beautiful woman like you, inside and out, what are you insecure about?
I guess everyone has their insecurities, right? We're our own biggest critic. So maybe what I see as an insecurity for me, other people would be like, "What are you talking about?" It is a lot to do with what, like, inside. The fact that maybe I'm not open enough and that people take it wrong, or that I don't look a certain way that I feel I should look.
Okay.
And maybe that's why people maybe don't like me, or they don't support me, because they don't feel like I match the stereotypical beauty queen picture. And I think that's really what kind of makes me insecure sometimes. But then I realize that there are so many people around me that uplift me all the time, and that's the people that really matter. And the people that do that just make me feel more confident than when I feel insecure.
You know what, Antonia, like you are universally appealing. Like when photos are being released, or like people from different parts of the globe, like they really find you beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Are you aware of it?
I'm aware because I read the comments.
Yeah. Even from other Latin countries,
I
Europeans.
read all the comments. I can't always answer them because it's so much, and I don't want to answer a few, and then people will be like, "Why didn't she answer mine?" But I do see the comments, and I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that everyone thinks I'm so beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think everyone is beautiful in their own
Exactly.
way, and it's how we hold ourselves that bring it out, I think. So yeah, thank you.
As cliche as it may sound, but the question is, how do you define beauty? Beautiful or beauty?
I think I kind of answered it just now. I think beauty is more than just the exterior. I think it's more about what's inside your heart and what your intentions are, what kind of person you are, and how you cope with different situations and different people. Your mindset to your surroundings. I think these are the factors that make someone really beautiful inside. Someone who's always positive and always thinking of the glass half full, and someone who is considerate and always putting people before themselves. Of course, being beautiful includes your exterior, but that you can progress yourself. You can, like, for me, before I came, right, I still had my braces. I still was a little bit on the chubby side, and I got those comments all the time. And actually, that's one of the things that made me really insecure, because everyone was saying, like, how could she be a beauty queen if she looks like this? So I took that as kind of like a motivation for me to work harder, not for them, but for me to feel confident in my own skin. And I think when you use that and you change your perspective and you use it to be kind and loving to people instead of picking the negative things about others, I think that's what makes someone really beautiful.
So, Antonia, what did you discover about yourself after, being crowned Miss Supranational, like one of the most important titles in the world? What did you discover about yourself?
I actually thought about this like a couple months ago, and I realized that the person I was before Supra and the person I am now is completely the same, but in a very different way. I still carry my values and my beliefs strongly, and I'm still the same person inside. But I feel like this platform and this family, in like the Supra family, has really empowered me to be myself, but in a better way, and not being scared to be louder and sharing my voice. And I realized that now I'm actually more confident in what I have to say and when I want to say it. And I don't let people, boss me around and tell me I can't do this, because I'm not afraid to question them. Before I was very shy and very timid, and now I'm just like, I'm not afraid to stand my ground. And I think that being Miss Supranational and being surrounded by such empowering people has made me stronger, both emotionally, mentally, and yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the title, I don't know, but I really feel a difference in my strength, and I think that's one of the biggest changes that I noticed in myself after I won.
So, who is Antonia? Like, if I'm going to ask your mom or your closest friends, what would they tell me to describe you?
As long as you don't ask my brother, I think you're gonna get some relatively positive, maybe. But that's a really good question, because I never really thought about that. I never really thought about who is Anne. So actually, I need to think a little bit about the answer, but just from the top of my head.
Like, how would your friends describe you?
Probably as a joker.
A joker. Oh.
Yeah, I tend to make a lot of sarcastic jokes, but it's not with bad intent.
Okay.
I think I got it from Andre, actually.
Oh.
I'm kidding. No, I think me as a person, I'm someone who I like to think that I'm very open-minded and grounded. I don't like people telling me what to do, so I'm not afraid to stand my ground.
Nice.
I like to think of others before I think of myself, because I feel like if you don't take people's feelings and thoughts into consideration, then there's no way to grow as a community, as a society. I'm also a joker. I make jokes, I laugh, I do sports. I'm just a normal person. I'm not more special than anyone else. But I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that, like, after you win the crown, you're untouchable. But really, I'm just as the same as everyone else. I just, did something about my dreams and my goals, and I want to encourage everyone to do that as well.
Okay, so you're back in Poland, where it all happened.
Yes.
How did it feel when you set foot in this country again?
It was cold. As I remembered, actually a little bit warmer, because when I came it was winter and now it's summer, so that's so nice. I arrived in the evening, so I'm just gonna explain the day after. But the weather was amazing, everything was amazing, just as I remembered it to be. And it's so nice to be back with the Supra family and meeting all these amazing contestants and just being able to get to know them better, because I met them through Super Chat and I was already in awe about their stories and their message, and now I get to know them better. So it's very exciting. I'm a little bit sad because it's coming to an end and I need to pass on the crown. But I think it's time, because I can't keep it forever, unfortunately. But it's good to share.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, but also a little bit nostalgic.
Nice. And now that you're the reigning queen and you're in watching from a back, you're not as pressured as when you were competing. Like, you were always on the go last time and now. What advice can you give to the candidates, since you've been there and you've done that already?
I think the most important advice, and I know it's like super cliche, but the best advice I can give is to just really be yourself. It's so hard it's so easy to be someone else who you think other people want to see you as. But the most important thing is to remain true to yourself and remember why you came to the competition. Your values, your personality. Keep that as something that makes you special and stand out in the competition. Because we have girls from all over the world, from different backgrounds, different stories, different personalities. And the last thing we want is someone who's trying to be like a chameleon, trying to be someone else because they think this person is going to win. But I think the best advice is to be yourself, remember why you're here, and to just really take in the moment because it's really once in a lifetime. And I don't want anyone to go home with regret, feeling
Yeah.
like they should have done better or they should have done something else or they should have been more of themselves. I think just be yourself is the most important thing because that's the only thing you can be. You can only be yourself, just be the best version of it.
Very nice. Okay, so Antonia, finally, can you please encourage everyone to follow the journey of the contestants and your remaining days as the reigning queen?
Yes, please. Thank you so much to all the fans for all your support and all your love for me and for all the contestants at the Miss Supranational competition right now. I'm very excited and I hope that you are as well. So please continue to show your love and support in a positive, empowering way. I know everyone wants their country to win, but the only way we're gonna progress as a society is to be kind for one another and be happy for each other. So please, continue your support and don't forget to download the Miss Supranational app so you can vote for your favorite contestant. And don't forget that the final night is on the 21st of this month, and you will see who will be the next Miss Supranational who will take my crown.
Once a super queen, always a super
Yes.
queen. Thank you so much, and to know you on a personal level.
Yes.
And let's enjoy the rest of our stay in Poland.
Yes. Follow our journey because, it's very different this year. And I think it's a little bit more exciting because this time the sun is out, the girls are, a bit warmer.
And it's my first time sweating in Poland.
Yeah, I'm actually sweating right now. Yeah, it's gonna
totally
be
new.
exciting. So follow that. Sorry, I'm like thinking in Thai, and my words are coming out wrong. Don't forget to follow us and show your love to all the contestants.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much for
Anne.
having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. And this is my first time. How do I end this and save this?
You have to close. Oh wait,
It's
yeah, I think
closed.
it's closed. And then end now.
And